Trust the small work of God within you. Trust the work, trust the small work, trust the small work of God within you.
So let's talk about your family as you go through this process. And again, speaking specifically to those discerning a call to the diaconate and the priesthood, this is not just a call on your life as an individual, it also has an impact on your family. And it's not just like you're getting another job somewhere, because right now, more than likely, your family attends the same congregation that you attend, and they might have ministry of their own, serving on the vestry perhaps, or leading the altar guild, or be engaged in that particular way. By the time you're ordained to the diaconate and to the priesthood, you'll remember that as your bishop, I will work with you to assign you to where you will serve. And it probably won't be your local congregation. That moment will present a choice to both you and your spouse or those in your household. Do they stay in the local congregation and continue to worship there? Or do they go with you wherever God is calling you to go? Now, if you go to a 3-year seminary, or if after you're ordained to the priesthood, you move to another state in order to take a full-time job in the church, then more than likely your family will go with you in order to be a part of that new congregation. But they will then be the clergy family instead of just another family in the congregation. And the spouse of the clergy person can't serve on the vestry or lead a ministry within that church, because there would be a conflict of interest there in terms of having the priest. I mean, just imagine if the priest's spouse is head of the altar guild and you get crossways with the altar guild, you might have gotten crossways with your priest in that way. So we want to make sure that we don't, because we're family members, get in the way of the pastoral relationship with others. But of course, that means your family members need to really talk with you, and you need to talk with them and think through, what is the fact that I'm on the track to be ordained as a deacon or a priest of the Episcopal Church? What impact is that going to have on your vocation and God's call to you in your life? And sometimes, and it's perfectly fine if this is the place, sometimes the priest or deacon is assigned to another church somewhere else, and the family stays where they are, where they can serve on the vestry and lead the altar guild or raise the kids in the Sunday school and youth program where that is, while the priest is serving somewhere else, or the deacon is assigned to another place. Sometimes the family makes some adjustments and you learn to be a clergy family, which is a special and wonderful kind of a thing that also sometimes feels like living in a fishbowl, where people have comments about how you're doing and feel a close connection of love and support for you and your family in a special sort of a way. Our churches really feel like family, and I'm sure right now you feel part of the family of your priest at this moment. And so becoming a deacon or a priest in the church is a process that changes not just you and your vocation, but it also has an impact on your family and your household. And that's something we want to be attentive to as well. So I am very much available to sit down with your spouse in order to talk about, what does this mean for them and what concerns or questions might they have, because this is a life-changing event for the whole household. We also would be happy to connect your spouse with other clergy spouses so that they can understand and learn about that as things go forward.
Trust the work, trust the small work, trust the small work of God within you. Trust the work, trust the small